All of the participants in this Thrive Show program practice social distancing during the filming process. Everyone appearing in the program was not wearing a mask because they wanted the audience to see their facial expressions. Wearing a mask on camera does not allow the viewer to connect with what the people in our program were wanting to communicate.
Hi, I'm Sandy O'Connor, and I'm hosting the Thrive Show for this month. I think you're going to find it a very interesting show. It's certainly not going to be Pollyanna. It's going to be direct. It's going to be maybe controversial. But you know, it's not done in a way that it should be thought of as that. These are just women giving their opinions on what is going on in the village and not going on in the village. And they feel that it's time to start opening up all of the activities that we're used to. And they have some excellent points to make. And we want you to hear those, and we want you to listen carefully and see if maybe you think what they have to say is right on. So last Friday, on the 18th of September, there was a gathering, and you could call it a protest, but it wasn't really a protest. It was just an awareness, getting people aware of the feelings of many of the villagers. So about 30 to 40 people gathered between Gate 1 and Gate 5. They carried signs, and they certainly got the attention of many of the people who drove by on El Toro Road. But the bottom line is, I did not know a lot of these women. I knew some of them. But I was absolutely amazed at their intelligence in the way they spoke about the need to open up the village, what they knew were their needs as well as many others in the village. Because, again, when you stay closed up for too long, we all know it's not healthy.
My name is Valerie Sand, and I pay a lot of money to live here. And I want things open. And I want to be treated like an adult. For God's sakes, I'm a senior citizen now. And I'll make up my own mind what's safe and what's not safe. If I have reasons not to go out, then I'll stay home. If I feel I'm strong and healthy, I want to be able to take part in the activities I always have.
All I want is the gym open.
You use the gym a lot?
Yes, because
Okay.
I work and I can't go to their fitness classes in the middle of the day outside. You know, we used to be able to work out till 9 o'clock.
That's true.
We should be able to figure it out somehow that we can use the gym again.
What have you been doing in the meantime?
Just walking, that's all I've been doing. But now I'm feeling like I'm not healthy enough. You know, I need the gym, I need the workout, the weights, the leg things.
Well, you get used to certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and your body sort of depends on it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And when I don't, well,
We went Monday, Wednesday, Friday night, Lorraine and I. And now we are walking 7 nights a week, but it's not the same.
equipment for my house. You know, we're paying a lot of money to live here.
How's your health suffered? Can you quantify that for us?
I'm tired, and we had a lot of social interaction, you know, when we went to the gym, meet with our friends. It was enjoyable to see Peter and all those great, you know, trainers. I miss all of those people.
All right, I'm Cindy Statsman, and I really just want to have a life again. I'm president of 2 clubs, and I have a plan in place that we could play outside. We could social distance. I've bought all the supplies to keep everything safe for all of my members. They're begging me to do something, and I can't do anything because we don't have a space. So there you go. That's why I'm here. I think that we can do it outside. We're willing, but they got to let us do it.
I'm here today because we moved here 3 years ago to what we thought was going to be an active retirement community, and it was that until about 6 or 7 months ago when everything was completely shut down. And I have a feeling as far back as May, because what they were saying was we could do certain things between 8 and noon, but not between noon and 4, and then 4 again till 8. So we knew it wasn't COVID, and we know there are other reasons. And now they've just, even though the state is opening up, they're just doubling down and they're not allowing us to do anything. We did not move to a nanny state. We moved here because we wanted to be active retirement citizens and participate in many activities. Instead, we're being stuck in our homes. It's very bad for our physical and mental health.
So we were very excited about what we saw and what we filmed, and if you want to know more about that, watch the Artist Showcase, which will air every Wednesday in October at 10:30 a.m. Now we're going to take a look at some trailblazers. These are women who believe so much that we need to start opening up our village. You will hear them express their thinking, and you may or may not agree with it, but I think it's good, as it is in everything in life, to listen to both sides and to determine from there your true feelings. But I can guarantee you that these women and many others are not going to stop talking about this or presenting it in a peaceful way so that they can just get more people's attention to it, and then hopefully we will also get the attention of all the other people who make the decisions, and we will begin to open up in a healthy and prosperous way.
Oh my gosh, this thing is locked. It's been locked for 5 months. When is it gonna open? Should I try the men's?
All right, so what's your problem with the bathrooms being closed?
Well, because I hang out at restaurant 19, and then you have to go to the restroom, and you have to go all the way around and down the stairs for a restroom to be open. And we have many inside, but it's all closed up.
Why do you think they've closed the restrooms?
I'm not sure. I don't understand why restaurant 19's even closed. I mean, we're open at 25%. The outside finally just opened, but now they have the inside closed. So it's really crowded out there. And the board told us that it's up to Tony, and I think he'd make a whole lot more money. So I think we should go talk to Tony. Okay, so we talked to Tony. He has to talk to Jeff Parker and Brian from Recreation, and he's hoping to do that by the 1st of October. And hopefully by the middle of October, we will have the inside and the bar area open for at least 25% and social distancing. I also asked about the restrooms, and he said that the restrooms are closed throughout the whole village, which I already know. And I've mentioned that before, that people go for walks around here and they can't even use the restroom because it's closed. And I mean, we're old people. The other thing is drinking fountains, they're all taped up. We own those drinking fountains. Why can't we drink out of the drinking fountains? And vending machines. I played pickleball. I tried to get a drink out of the machine. I was dehydrated. I went to the vending machine downstairs here, and there's nothing in it, and because they're touch points. So I guess what's confusing to me is everybody goes to the supermarket. I go almost every day. I use the keypad to put my debit card in, my PIN code. I take it out. They don't clean that every day. So I don't understand where we don't have vending machines.
So this sign says that we were supposed to open by April 13th. It's now September 22nd, and all the clubhouses are still closed. This here at Clubhouse 2 was a renovation that cost over $8 million, and now it is closed. It has 2 amazing patios that can easily be creatively utilized by the village for many, many things. This is the perfect dance floor. For the last year, we had a Woodstock festival here in this whole area with over 1,100 people. They put a beautiful tent up here, bands over here. We were dancing, having a great time. Last week, we came here to have a pop-up dance, and by security, we were told we could not use this patio because the clubhouse is closed. So we asked if it would be okay to move across the street to the grass, and they said that would be all right. We had over 100 people who were so happy to get outside, listen to music, socialize safely, and dance. So it really upsets me that they won't let us use this. They took all the furniture away. Why? When is the furniture coming back? There's nowhere to sit here. It's ridiculous.
At our dance last week, where we were kicked off of this big, beautiful patio, security said we can go out in the parking lot here. Yeah, that's nice, but the only place there was to dance is the sidewalk leading up through the lawn. So that means instead of having, I don't know, hundreds of square feet of space to dance in, we had to go on that sidewalk. You think that was contributing to social distance? I don't think so. So next time we want to be on this patio, and we do have another dance planned.
This is the lanai in back of Clubhouse 2. It's about 2,000 square feet. It's covered, but yet we're outdoors with beautiful, great air circulation. And we would like to get the village to open this up again, and we have some creative ideas how they can do this. When I look here, I could see the gym equipment out here. This would be a perfect place to roll out the equipment. This would be a perfect place to have dances with social distancing. It would be great to have dinner parties out here again. Maybe it could be catered by Yolanda, who has lost her business because she used to cater all the events here. You could easily place tables here apart, maybe just have 4 people at a table instead of the usual 10, so people can socialize. We can have concerts out here. We can easily, they used to put a little dance floor up and the little woods combo, nice mellow music, and people who live in the village who play music, and you can have social distancing with that. I used to come here on Tuesday afternoons for a movie, and after the movie, my girlfriends and I would come out here, and there would be sofas and chairs, and we'd bring some wine and cheese and grapes and socialize for an hour or two after the event. So there's so many things in this beautiful
5, 6, 7, 8.
It's electric.
Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. Over.
You can tell Debbie's a real dancer. Dancing is important because it makes me feel free. I love to listen to music. It just comes right through my body and I express it, and it is the most fun and social thing. I miss it so much here at Laguna Woods. We had dances almost every week, sometimes twice a week. Baby boomers, the rock and rollers, live music. It was great. I loved it.
I'm Debbie Bloom. I've been living here in Laguna Woods for about 5 years. I belong to the Baby Boomers, where we have great dances, and I also belong to both of the ballroom dance clubs. We miss dancing so much. That's all we want to do. Many of us came here for all the opportunities to dance. For me personally, it's the foundation of my life. It means everything to me. Without dancing, I don't know how to enjoy myself. So it's just everything that I need.
My name's Karen Shore. I'm a nurse practitioner. I worked in this community for several years. I saw patients as they came home after discharge from the hospital to make sure they were settled. Okay, I know how frail this community can be, but again, that's a very small percentage of this community. And yes, they should be protected, but the CDC, every regulation they've made has stipulated that anyone who has these risks need to assess for themselves whether or not to go out in the community. We do not need 18,000 people to protect the few people that are staying in their homes. That's beyond need. The basis for us moving on with this COVID plan that's been in place with Laguna Woods, I think, is to work on this emergency rule that's been put in by the boards here at Laguna Woods. This was voted in June and implemented at the end of June, and is supposed to go for 4 months. That means not until November. And in the meantime, the COVID risk has decreased significantly. The hospital numbers are ridiculously low. They did this to protect the most frail in this community. I would say, as a healthcare provider who has visited frail patients only in this community, that is a very small percentage of this community, and they don't go outside their homes much, period, even before COVID. And yet they made this draconian law that said we had to wear a mask to walk out our front door, to even put our trash away or get our mail. And then we have to go for walks in our beautiful communities with masks on. This breaks my heart as a healthcare provider. I see elderly women with their caregivers. The women are walking with their walkers, so are the men, and they're wearing masks. I know what comorbidities these people have, and no way should they be covering their nose and their mouth with this, with a mask, reducing their oxygen. This is so unhealthy. It's unhealthy for all of us, and for people that are very active, as myself, I'm also a pickleball player. This is ridiculous to make me wear a mask to walk in the outside. And the biggest part of this is that this board has gone beyond what the county and the state of California have recommended, not a law, recommended. And that is that we can, when we're 6 feet apart outdoors, there is absolutely no need for a mask. I have been in charge of a respiratory protection program in the past. I know what masks can do, and I know what they can't do. And these masks are doing nothing. So to be outside with a mask on is the epitome of ridiculousness. And this needs to stop now. We don't need to wait another month and a half. We need it to stop now so this community can thrive and do all the things that they want to do. We want to dance. We want the gyms open to the capacity they can. Exercise classes outside. Get us back to the life we moved in here to have.
I've been grappling with what I can do to feel better, to feel productive, to feel creative. I want my clubhouses open. I want to swim in my beautiful pools as much as I want. I want the lawn bowling behind us, unfettered access to that. Bocce ball, why can't that be open if lawn bowling is open? But my main thing is the pools. We are limited to 2 times a week, which is insane for 18,000 people. Water therapy is so important to hooking up our endorphins and being healthy. My creativity has been completely stifled with the clubhouses closed. I need that back. We can safely socially distance from each other. It would be so easy. There's supervisors in every shop, and we could take hold of that. We're grown adults. We can do this. We can do this. So here we are at the lawn bowling. It's a beautiful facility. They spent $1 million refurbishing it, getting it up to par. They've got a gorgeous clubhouse over there that's all locked up. It's completely off limits. We should all, as a community, be interested in why this isn't open more and more and more. These are the amenities we pay for. This is why we live here. We live here to be active. We live here to be healthy. We live here to have a social lifestyle. Everything that has happened has been quashed, and we need to start being creative and thinking of creative ways that we can suggest to reopen our activities and become healthy adults again.
Here we are at Pool 1. Oh, look at all the furniture is here, locked up. The gates are locked. This is our only covered pool with a handicap lift. Why is it closed? We don't understand it, and what is it going to take to open up this pool again? I'm standing here in front behind Clubhouse 1, and this is a beautiful space. It must be 3,000 square feet. It's got palm trees, this gorgeous plumeria blooming. In the past, we had concerts here, dances, performances. There were tables and chairs out here. They've taken all the furniture away. There is nowhere for anyone to come out and gather and socialize and sit anymore. I just don't understand why this hasn't already happened, where we could let our clubs, especially the Theater Guild, come out here, have performances. They could perform up on the gazebo. They could have musical acts up on the gazebo. They could only let a certain amount of people out here if they're concerned about the physical distancing of people. So why hasn't this happened yet? Now I'm here outside our drop-in lounge, which is a place where people can come in the morning and have free coffee and socialize. This patio outside of the drop-in lounge, it must be 1,000, 2,000 square feet, and look, it's empty. This is such a perfect setting for activities and socialization that they have shut down and taken all the furniture away. It's such a waste of space, and there's so many other places like this here in our village.
Pickleball, one of my favorite sports here. I have not played much at all in the last 6 months. Once they opened the pickleball, they started this reservation system, and honestly, I'm not going to do it. I'm opposed to it. We had a fantastic system before, drop and play, just like so many things in the village. We didn't have to plan our day, our week. If we felt like going at 7:30 in the morning, we would go. 8 o'clock at night, we would go. Now you are required to come up with your foursome, all their names, input them into an open place on the electronic system. If it's not open on your day, you're out of luck. You don't get to play. We had so much flexibility when we were allowed to play before, and we can maintain social distancing. That's been proven. We don't need a guard sitting at the gate to make sure that we are the right people coming in at the right time.
One of the reasons I moved to Laguna Woods is I visited here, and my boyfriend's parents worked in the art studios, and they took me there, and I just was so impressed with the size of the ceramic studio. I've done ceramics on and off all my life, and I saw the ceramic studio. It must be 2,000 square feet, full of amazing equipment, glazes. I can't even name everything because it's just incredibly equipped. And so that's why I moved here, to be able in my retirement to do that at the times that I wanted to go there and be creative. And in 4 years that I've lived here, I've made a lot of things. I've really improved my craft, and I've made wonderful friends there. I miss my friends so much. I became a supervisor, and it really would not be that difficult to open up that studio again with limited amount of people and a supervisor.
I feel the same way. I do the glass studio, and I'm the same way. I'm a glass supervisor, and normally we have 4 people per table. The tables are about 8 feet, and it would be so easy to socially distance from each other. But I did the same thing. When I saw that glass studio, when we were looking to move here, I was elated. My heart was singing. I was so happy. I've been getting back into my craft after leaving it, after the 1970s because I had a family. I'm so happy to be here. And now everything is stifled. Everything is shut down. I can't be creative, which completely speaks to my mind and my mental health. I need that creativity back. My sadness every day at not being able to be in there is palpable.
Absolutely. I feel the same way. I miss it so much, and I have just been really depressed about it, that I have not been able to go in there and be creative.
You just heard Annie and Monica talk about what's important to them in the arts studio. I want to say how important that is. My husband is an artist as well. He has worked with both of these ladies in his arts. He is a true artist in his retirement. It's so important to be able to express yourself as an artist. I don't have that, but I know how artists do need to have that. We need a pathway to get these studios opened. There's plenty of room in there. They don't have the emeritus students in there now, which creates a whole lot more room. The residents can social distance very easily, and this should not be a problem. They should have been open already, and we need to get those open for them. We need Jeff Parker to help make that happen. We have contacted Jeff Parker. We have contacted many people in this community, have contacted the board members of all the mutuals, and have gotten nowhere. Usually it's no response at all. In fact, with Jeff, you don't even want to talk to him because he will at times even send you an attorney letter. He won't even comment to you on what you're talking to him about, what your complaints are. This is not right. This is not the community we wanted to move into.
Not one positive comment has come from VMS about we're helping you, we're behind you, we're being creative, and we're going to open for you. Not one comment. We need to have some type of hope.
So we all know here that COVID is a serious issue around the world today. We would like to be able to open our outdoor facilities here in Laguna Woods because we stay active and healthy. The vitamin D makes us healthier, and doing activities makes us stronger and more resistant to this virus. Laguna Woods since 1964 has been a summer camp for adults, and we love it here, and we want to make this community better and safer for everybody to enjoy.
I wasn't there for the filming of these trailblazing ladies, but I was very impressed. And I have something that is really bothering me, which came out in the first part of the program. Why are we not allowed to use bathrooms in the village? We can go to an outdoor restaurant, which many people are now doing. We may use their bathrooms. We can go to grocery stores and use their bathrooms. There are many public places where we're going where we're allowed to do that. And this is a village in which we should be able to use the bathrooms based on a lot of factors, one being it's an older community. The other one is that people are out and about and walking and trying to get some air and exercise, and they could absolutely use the ability to go to the bathroom. So I hope they're going to look at this and think about it and look at the logical things about it. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you got some insights into what many, many people are feeling these days. And let's hope that something is going to happen soon because we are trying to get that message out. We need to open up and do it effectively, and we need to be smart about it, but we're all good, intelligent people. We can do it. Let's get this place open.